How's it going? Today is 22nd of February, Thursday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities are available up there. Let's quickly take a look at some of the opportunities, right? Let's begin by taking a look at some of the published press releases, right? Beginning with current and or expected rolling stock procurement opportunities. Let's start with those. The whole process and everything can be very complex when it comes to trains and everything. But let's take a look at it, and perhaps from there we can progress into other opportunities, right? Starting with a letter from a real Minister of UK train manufacturers, rolling stock companies and interest parties, right? So perhaps energy sources. There might be something with engines. There might be something, but I don't know. I don't know. Overview of current and expected Great Britain rolling stock opportunities. I'm writing to you to provide overview of a current and expected Great Britain market opportunities for rolling stock, given concern within the industry about the size and stability of the pipeline of future orders. Okay. If you would ask me, old stock most likely would be sold, right? What is it? Diesel engines. Either way, I don't know. I'm just speculating, right? Real manufacturers and their suppliers play a vital role in growing the UK's economy, in delivering better services for passengers and freight users, and in meeting global environmental challenges. The government remains committed to supporting world-class UK-based engineering industry, and we are well aware of the very difficult trading environment currently facing UK-based rolling stock manufacturers and their suppliers. Right, there were some companies, right, quickly, right, who have attached to massive engines, right. I think it was in France, and they have reached a new speed that never been reached before when it comes to train speed, right? But there's something that was done within France, right? So perhaps there might be some opportunities within UK, but I don't know how safe that might be. Someone was saying about some of those engines, and sometimes after you attach very powerful engines to trains, they can lift even rocks. So there might be some obstacles, right? That's what I'm saying. Secretary of State has made clear his ambition to grow demand back and create a thriving railway, and to support the creation of high quality jobs in strong and resilient UK manufacturing sector. Despite the challenging conditions, we are continuing to face new competitions are now underway to replace trains on Northern, Trans-Pennine, South Eastern and North Cheltenham, subject to a business case approval, right? There are also several major fleet upgrades under, including an upgraded of. Okay, there's perhaps a project name, so okay, there's a different name there. And they're looking to refurbish some of the fleets, right? We will also encourage you to work with open access and other UK operations to identify further opportunities for business. Future, we will encourage you to work with international partners to seek export opportunities. Okay, so there might be something there, export finance and often export export. Since I was taking a look at Bristol and Temple Meats, right, so I might as well cover this opportunity. And there might be something, right? If you would ask me, within a strategy in Temple Meats, they haven't said anything about cost reduction. Let's take a look at that. How it can solve some of the cost issues, other than perhaps people feeling very uncomfortable with conjunction, delays, all those kind of things, while reducing cost of the tickets, right? Products globally. In the meantime, we remain committed to provide as much clarity about the near-term pipeline of domestic orders and possible rolling stock manufacturers and their suppliers, financiers, and ROS CEOs, so the industry can imagine its own capabilities and plan investment accordingly. I have set out in the attached annexed detail of current live rolling stock competitions. We can briefly take a look at those as well. While I appreciate that some of the information provided here is indicative of that we already been aware of, are trusted nevertheless helpful to provide a level of visibility to industry about our thinking. I don't know about it. I don't know about that. Either way, there might be some opportunities within some of the projects taking part in the part of Eastern Europe, right, where they're looking to expand opportunities, right? So there might be some opportunities there, upgrading some of the fleet, all these kind of things, right? As well as there might be again some of the governments up there who have made a lot of improvements to their trains, right, already across the globe. So might as well perhaps purchase those instead of purchasing locally. So there might be something there as well. I'm copying a letter. So okay. So there's additional. Let's briefly take a look at those opportunities, right? Current live competitions, right? So there's competitive process that takes place as well as what set targets are in purchasing some of those trains or similar transport vehicles, right? They have set quotas, okay, which is kind of great, I guess. The perhaps it's limited of number of people who can supply because it's a high ticket item. So entry barrier for entry perhaps I don't know 5, 4 companies, 3 perhaps. But I thought you might as well take a look at those, right? Yourself, if you're interested in learning more, I have published a book that the project fit within this book. I'm taking a look at body and looking to share as much information as I can when it comes to body and development of your or perhaps this hardware that we all have, right? That will be potentially the way of taking a look at some of those industries, including fitness industry. 3 different parts that will be very important. That will be working out, recovery, and nutrition. And I'm looking to highlight within this book as well as this book would be beginner friendly, so easy to pick up. And I will be progressing within this book to a professional level, how you can potentially begin earning money from doing something that you, or if not right now, after you have read this book, perhaps you will enjoy doing, right? If you like to learn more, there's going to be a QR code in the corner company's website below. So Temple Meats most likely are looking for technology or that type of projects are looking to support 10 companies there, right? When it comes to trains, perhaps engineering, where would be an or way of reaching out when it comes to engineering, and perhaps taking a look at the market. As of now, perhaps UK, it's not. Perhaps it should be at the top, right? So how we can do that? How we can develop some of those chuka trains, right? I was just joking around. I mean, if the opportunities might be there, I could try to chart and see if we can secure finance. Would that be perhaps starting with 15,000 and how we can develop some of the projects there when it comes to improving industry, right? Not necessarily that's going to be that information I wish it was, right? In addition to expect the further competitions to take place over the next 2 to 3 years, subject to confirmation of need and or business case approval. These have not yet been confirmed and may be subject to change. All information provided here is indicative and shall not be viewed as a firm commitment and at this stage, right? For example, Great Western and continuing initial market engagement options are replacing the Class 15X and 16X fleet, which are approaching life expiry. Okay, there might be some opportunities there. And any proposals will be subject to business case approval and the outcome of any competition. In addition, there might be also significant opportunities from development administrations and open access operators. Okay, let's take a look at engineering. I think I have seen something. I have asked my officials to consider what additional information we could provide to the market in the upcoming months, and I'm keen that they work closely with manufacturers, train operators, and rolling stock companies, as well as develop other thinking. Developed our thinking. Okay. So 15,000 entry level and case approval, and yeah, here we go. Launching 10 businesses. Perhaps even Temple Meats will work. We would ask you. Please be assured that remaining committed to supporting world-class UK-based engineering industry would be great. Yeah. So let's close on that. I'll try to find some information if I can, reaching out to you. People would perhaps some suggestions or feedback. That would be another way of doing it, right? If people are asking for feedback, that would be great. A living way of perhaps public consultation, even that would work, right? Otherwise, I might spend hour or two looking for ways of reaching out to those people with some feedback, right? It might be too much of my time. I'll try it for perhaps 5 minutes if there isn't a way of reaching out to those people and offering feedback when it comes to UK-based engineering industry. That I cannot do it, right? Let's progress to the next opportunity then. Thanks for watching. See you next one.